Hey guys, how you doing? Well, I have a lot to talk about. And it has to do with the violence that has been spreading around the country. Now, what happened to George, I forgot his last name because everything's just moved away from that, and now all we're not talking about him anymore. We're not talking about the injustice done to him, okay, and what happened to him. Now we're talking all about the violence in every city for the past week, you know, and and I'm sure a lot of you guys were anxious for me to come back on the air to hear what I have to say about it. And, you know, my first response, I am sad, very sad, and also very frightened too, and alarmed. Now, I am very sad as to what these people are choosing to do to every city. This is their choice. And I think that statement that Jimmy Stewart makes in Rope, where he says to Brandon, he says when he went and killed David, and when Rupert found David's limp body in the trunk, he said, there must have been something deep inside of you that lets you do this thing. But there's something deep inside that would never let me do it. And never let me be a party to it now. And that applies, you know, because no matter how much money, because I'm sure these are all staged, these are all planned, these are all organized by Antifa and other far left groups. Now, George Soros or whomever is behind this must be giving these lazy millennials who are sitting and living in their parents' basement thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to do this. Now, as Jimmy Stewart said, there must have been something deep inside you that let you do this thing. Because no matter how much money you give me, I will never do it. Never do it. And that is the difference. You can give me $100,000, $200,000, $1 million, $2 million. You can give me $100 million. And you know what? My answer would still be the same. No, I will not do it. You won't do it even for $1 billion? I said, nope. I will not do it even for $1 billion. Because it is wrong. It is antisocial. It is destructive. And you know, they robbed and they looted stores. And I'm sure they went back to those same neighborhoods and they try to loot the stores that's been already looted. And guess what? There's nothing left. Everything's gone. The store's now empty. It's like mugging a person that has an empty wallet. Okay? you, you do not have connecting brain cells to examine the whole thing. I watched police cruisers up in flames. Okay. Now, how much did every one of those police cruisers cost? Let's tally up the damage total. Okay, got my cash register here. Okay. Police car. Let's say $30,000. Ting. Okay, that police cruiser. $32,000. Ting. All right, now we're up to $60-something thousand. That cruiser over there. That police van over there. Okay. Ka-ching. Ka-ching. Okay, now we're talking about over $100,000. Okay. The storefront. How much did that pane of glass cost? How much did it cost them to install that pane of glass? Let's see. I don't know. I haven't really looked it up. But let's say calling the glass company and having those windows installed probably cost about a few $100s. Okay, a few $100s. How many stores were attacked? I think we had about over, in every city, I'm sure there were about, 100 stores? So let's say 100 times 300, okay, that's $300,000. Okay, add that. Okay, now they broke into another store. They smashed Macy's. Did they? Yeah, they did. And that went around the block, right? So we're talking about how many panes of windows, right? How many panes of glass? I think there's about 40. Okay, 40 times a few hundred, right? Dollars for each pane of glass. Okay, so that's 40 windows at $600. 4 times 6 is what? 32? Yeah. Okay. 30, right? $3,200. Okay, add that. Ka-ching. Okay. What's that tally now? Okay, actually, I'm going to set the phone down. Give me a minute. All right. Just a minute. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. So actually, right. Okay. We could do this, right? Okay. They attacked officers. Right? They had to go to the hospital. So how much is their hospital bill? Okay. All right, they set fire to dumpsters. You don't think that dumpsters are important, but dumpsters are very important. Each dumpster cost, about $200 or so? Okay, and how many dumpsters did they set on fire? Okay, so there was a few in Washington, a few in Minneapolis. Let's say about 60 dumpsters total, right? All right, each dumpster costs maybe $150. So $150 times 60, right? Over so many cities, right? Okay, what's the cost? Okay, we're still counting the damage, right? A police precinct burns up. Now, what about the damage there? Okay. How many chairs, desks, phones, computers, tablets, file cases filled with files, which, I'm sure everything's on computer. They probably might be able to save a lot of that data. Okay. But if there's paperwork that the police needed, so while the file cabinets cost money, the chairs, the desks, the computers, the plaques, the pictures, personal items of each officer. Each officer has a family, okay? And I'm sure every officer on his desk has a picture of his wife or her spouse and children on each desk. Okay? Mementos that they keep with them. Now, how much does all that cost? Well, that's personal stuff, so it doesn't have any monetary value. But the desks, the counters, the chairs, the computers, the doors, okay, because when you build a building, okay, construction, that's another thing. How much does it cost to construct a building, right? Because they have to lay the foundation. They have to put the floors down. They have to insulate the walls. So you have insulation installed. Where is it? Where am I going? I can't say. Okay. This wall. It's got insulation. Okay. So we got insulation that was spent to keep the offices warm. Oh, and that's another thing. The furnace. The air conditioners. How much did each one of them cost? Okay, so so you want to go to each and everything that costs something. Okay, we could the total cost of all the damage to property in all the cities, all over the country. We are talking about astronomical, folks. We're talking about possibly several $1 trillion worth of damage. Several trillion, and I think that's a conservative number. It's just, with every city that was attacked, okay, I just think, okay, when they burned that precinct down, and how many precincts were attacked? How many precincts were burned down? Right? I think they said there were like three precincts burned down. Okay, so tally up the insulation, the doors to each office, the elevators. Elevators cost money to install, right? The security cameras, the security equipment, the desks, the chairs, the walls, the doors, the insulation, the ceiling, the roof. So when it rains, it doesn't come inside. So they got stuff up in the ceiling. We just had a breach in our ceiling, not last year. And the water, every time it rained, the water was coming inside. It was all over the place. There was a picture, and the water was leaking right at that picture. They had to take the picture down to protect it from the water damage. And then they had to hire roofers to come up and they had to move us out of the vet unit downstairs so they could work. And they could get in there, and they could fix the roof. So how much does the roof cost? How much does it cost to secure that roof to make sure there's no leakages when it rains and it doesn't go inside? Okay, so we're talking about all of that costs money. So all of that, so you have to tally that with the overall cost of damage. So, like I said, we're talking several $1 trillion worth of damage to property all over this country. Several $1 trillion. It has to be. Cop cars, dumpsters, buildings, glass panes, doors. And when they looted every store, how much did each one of those items cost? Okay, so whether it's a pharmacy they looted, whether it was Walmart they looted, they just ran in there and looted that store. Just came in there like a herd of bulls in a china shop and just barged in there and grabbed what they could and ran out the door. So we're talking about maybe hundreds of thousands, maybe $1 million worth of merchandise. So you add that to the tally. Now you say to yourself, is that all worth it? How much damage monetarily you did to those cities? That was done to those cities. And I saw the news where it was said that a little girl turned to her father and said, who could hear all the noise coming from outside. And she says, Daddy, I'm scared. So they're inflicting emotional trauma to children. That's child abuse. That's child abuse. And these Neanderthals, these punks, these animals, where the inmates are taking over the asylum, they don't realize the emotional damage being done to these communities, the families, the children. They're more scared of those people than they are of the police. They said, could you please have a police officer over here, because I know he'll protect me from all the crazies that are out there. George Floyd. Thank you. That's what I was trying to think of. George Floyd. Do you think George Floyd is happy what's going on? Now, here's something else that I want to say. Everybody on the left was counting on Hillary Clinton to win, so everything that was set up by Obama could continue, and then socialism could grow and thrive. And then when Trump won, it threw that train off the tracks. And nobody knew what to do. So all they could do was get him out of office. He's illegitimate because he wasn't supposed to win. Because we were counting on Hillary to win. So we, and Bill Maher said it, basically, we want the country to fail so that we can blame it on Trump, and then Trump is at fault. Now, they're all talking about how great President Trump was doing in our country, how our economy was thriving. But then the coronavirus hit. Once all the stores were closed, once the economy was shut down, the Democrats were elated. They were jumping for joy. Oh, this is such, it couldn't be better. Now we can keep more people out of work. Then we can blame Trump, for the shutdown, blame Trump for the recession, blame Trump for the unemployment, and then no one would vote for him, and then we could get back to where we were supposed to be and take over the country as a socialist country. But then when people were coming back and they were opening the country again, they got scared. They were like, oh no, we can't have this. And they were waiting for the opportune moment. And they found it. And they said, perfect. And they said, okay, you know what to do. Let's tear this country. Let's attack every business. Every small business you see, attack it. Every business you see, attack it. Destroy everybody's dreams. That'll make it harder for them to go back to work. That'll be harder for the economy to get back. And no one will vote for Trump. Because then they can't say, oh, look how great the economy is. Because it was basically the economy was assuring Trump's reelection. And Biden's sure defeat. But now, with so many businesses attacked and so many small businesses, unable to recover, they are counting on the American people to look at all the damage. You can see how no one can get back to work because there's no work to get back to. Because all the buildings were attacked. All the businesses destroyed. So they say, aha, we got him now. We got Trump right in his, where. Now they definitely won't vote for Trump because there's no economy he could have under his belt. And now we can take over with the socialism that we want to inflict on the country. And we could say, he's a terrible leader, he was rotten, look what he did, he can't get the... Don't worry, we'll take care of you. You put your lives in our hands and we will take care of you. Just give us all your money and we will think for you, talk for you, do for you. We will tell you what to eat, what to drink, where to go. You don't have to work. We'll pay you for not working. We'll take care of everything for you. You won't have to do a thing. You have no more business. Don't worry. We'll take care of you. Your government will take care of you like a parent does with his little child. That's what they're hoping for. They're waiting for that moment in November when so many Americans say, look what happened under President Trump. Oh, they're trying to convince him, of course. This is what I think. This is my opinion of what they're thinking. I may be wrong. I pray to God I'm wrong. I hope and hope and hope that I'm wrong. But this is what I see. This is my opinion of it. So it's just very sad and very depressing. Now, the liberals in New York, oh, we don't want to put out the National Guard. Yeah, because they know the National Guard will stop it. They don't want it to stop. They wanted it to keep going. Because the more of the city they destroyed, the fewer people could go back to work, and the harder it is for the economy to survive. And with it like that, the less of a chance that Trump would get reelected. And that's all, I believe, my opinion, that's all this is. To keep Trump from getting reelected. And if it means destroying everybody's businesses, that's what they'll do. Whatever it takes to keep Trump from getting reelected. And that's my opinion. Now, as I've said many times, I'm a never-ending psychology and never-ending sociology student. The behavior of the individual and the behavior of the group. But this is more sociology than it is psychology, you know. But that's why the far left has control over the education. They don't want educated people. They wanted uneducated people to come out of the schools. This way it'd be easier to manipulate, easier to control. Makes me think of that a couple of Star Trek episodes where the whole society was dependent on this one computer that controlled their lives. Told them what to do, how to behave, what to eat, when to go to the bathroom, where to go to the bathroom. They had control of their lives. And then when Kirk and Company destroyed the computer, they all came out of the shadows and say, Landrew, direct us, help us, tell us what to do. And I think that's what's happening here with the educational system in our country. That you create a big group of uneducated people who cannot think for themselves, cannot reason for themselves, cannot make decisions by themselves. That they need someone to make decisions for them. They need someone or something to tell them what to do and how to live their lives. And when you don't have that, they are lost children. Just completely devoid of any drive, enthusiasm, creativity, nothing. Because the end goal is that they will set up the country so everybody's stupid, everybody's dumb, everybody's a blank brain. And it says, okay, you're all under my control, and I will tell you when to go to the bathroom. I will tell you when to eat. I will tell you what to eat. And I will tell you what to think. And I will tell you what to believe. You are in my control. That's the end goal here. Now, there's something else that I want to say that needs to be said. In all these protests, where's the social distancing? I'm doing, and everybody else here is doing, what we're all supposed to be doing. If I have to do social distancing, so do you. We all are supposed to be doing social distancing. I can't hug anybody. I can't kiss anybody. I have to wear masks. Everybody's got to wear masks. And all those protesters and all those live coverages, they're all congregated in this huge, tight group. And they all don't look like they're 6 feet apart. No way. They're hoping for a second wave. Hope I'm wrong. I pray I'm wrong. But that is dangerous, what's going on right now with all these protests. The protests, the violence, the huge, tight-knit groups where nobody is standing 6 feet apart from others. And even though we're on level and about to go on the downgrade, all the hard work that we've been doing for the past few months will be for nothing. All that hard work. Because it was hard work. It's been hard work. It's hard work for me. It's hard work for everybody. And now there's a written